Welcome back. We're going to try to get this done. Welcome back. Last time we did a nice cutout, silhouette outline of Bob Ross. Tried to surprise you guys, but whatever. This week, this is actually Joe Rogan. Muscles, head, headphones, little smoke action. And we're just going to do a little nice painting and then rip the contact paper off. And then, ta-da, satisfying. We're going to get right into it. All right, I'm going to want to go in my cad yellow with a 1-inch brush. I want to get like a nice little orangey color. Cad yellow. Go over here into the bright red, just a little bit. More yellow than red. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. Get this bad boy started. Just bang it out. All right, I want to do like streaks. You'll see. Little X's. Little X's. I'm going to get more paint. It's better just to add paint as you go than to have too much, obviously. I need more yellow. See that? That's better. Little X's. Blend it to the degree you want. Just make sure you do X's. It's easier. Maybe touch it down into his, whatever that's called. And I wore my tank top to pay homage to Joe. A little bit more bright red. Got to show off the muscles. Some maroon. Maybe a touch of that. You know how we do it. X's. This contact paper is really fun and satisfying. This is kind of going to be a crazy sky, which I'm sure we've seen. I don't know what's going to, I'm going to try to do different things. I'm going to put some water in this, but maybe not how we usually do it. Watch this. Just little X's with a 1-inch brush. We'll come back and blend it. We're going to go diagonally through his head, and so on and so forth. Haven't even washed the brush yet. Just doing little X's. All right, now we're going to go into the blue, because I'm sure blue's powerful. Look at that. See that? Nice blue. That just ate all of that metally we had. And we're going to, I'm sure you know where we're going. Let's screw it. So you don't look wild. And I'm sure Joe Rogan ever knew what we were doing, he would appreciate this. Or maybe he'd think it was stupid. I don't know. I don't even know if I care. You know what I mean? That's the moral. I heard Dave Chappelle say that once. The secret to life is not caring. Kind of like how I don't care about this crazy sky. All right, that's good. Now we're going to blend. I hope you enjoyed that. The only thing I may do, I'll show you how we're going to do that. I put in a new paint thinner bucket. Very exciting stuff. It's a little bit wider. You should be making less messes. All right, now dry 2-inch brush. Dry. All right, now, remember the rule. Start in the lightest color, usually yellow, white. In this case, it's orange. And just more X's, taking out the brush strokes. And then you do not go back in to that. What's Bob Ross say? And then look, see? Just in case, I forgot to do this. But this will look good. Just in case we have to do like... He says, I'm going to get another 2-inch brush, dry, and just blend. Oh yeah. Makes your life a lot easier. And don't rush this. There's no reason for that. But that blue, I'm telling you, you gotta get rid of paint. Put it to the cause. Alright, I need to just kind of brush that off. Get this maroon right here. Alright. Get the majority of the paint off. And then this is where he goes. He goes, what's he say? 2 hairs and some air. That's how I learned. Barely touching. Barely touching. Hear the swishing. Satisfying. Alright. Now, once again, I have no idea what we're doing. But that looks pretty good. Alright, I'm going to put this down. Give my bicep a rest. And wash these brushes. Just to get everything organized while I think. Because I think we're going to do some things we've never done before. Starting with some small mountains. I'm not about to do these Mount Everest, Alaska mountains. But I can definitely get down to some mountains. We'll see how that goes. One more brush, people. Yeah, we'll do some, actually, you know what? First time I want to do some clouds. We haven't done some clouds before. And I think if it's all right with you, we're going to do some dark clouds. One more brush. We're not going to worry about time. We're not going to be worried about likes, subscribes. We're just going to be worried to get into the end. Go ahead. Fatter. Should we do dark clouds or light clouds? Fatter. I believe this is the fan brush number 6, larger. There's 2 sizes. We're just going to go white. We're going to do this nice. A lot of paint. You know how we do it. You know how we do it here. Maybe add the slightest little bit. Oh yeah, see that? Yeah. Joe would like that. Joe would like that. A lot of paint. All right. Where to begin? Right here, circles. Oh. We need more paint. Joe, you got some clouds in your head, bro. Or what do they say? You got your heads in the clouds, bro. This blue is kind of mixing in with everything. I'm trying to make them more white, but the blue's taking over. I'm just going to let it go with it. I'm going to let it go with it. We're going to just go with it. I'm just continually adding white. I'm using a lot of paint. Whoa, dude, a lot of white. A lot of white. Just little circles. It's like a lot of clouds, man. I could have used a 1-inch brush for this. I could have used the 2-inch brush for this. But I determined I was going to use the fan. And it seems to be working pretty good. I'm using a lot of white, people. I can't stress that enough. I don't even think I'm using enough, but as usual, we don't care. We really don't. All right, a couple more. A couple more puffed out clouds in Joe Rogan's head. Fluffy little jobbers. I don't even know if you can see those. Maybe a couple more up here. Yeah, that looks good in the upper headphone region, we'll call it. It's gonna look wild. I'm gonna make those a little bit darker. Man, this white, you really need to use a lot of white, especially in the blue area. Especially if you want it to really stick out. I'm gonna kind of all right. All right, that's enough. Wash the fan brush just because we can. And then we're going to take a 2-inch brush and fluff these back. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use the blender brush. Just because I bought that, and I haven't really used that much in a while. And it's specifically designed for this. It's not that fun. It's kind of limp. Little blender brush. All right. I'm going to just find these little angles and just work the bottom with the corner of the brush, little circles, and try to just fluff everything up. Kind of mix it up. Making them a little, you can see it better in person, but trust me, you'll get the touch if you practice. But if you don't practice, just believe me, this is just all touch. And this blender brush is very soft, and it's kind of cleaning up my sloppiness, I'll be honest. It's making it look a lot better. And if I get worried about the paint, I can just come down here to my easel and make a little bit of a mess. I got this blue guy. And more of this defining. Yeah, and then here you go. And then over here. All right, now before I go ahead and bouffant these, I'm just gonna, and then you can have them all going the same way, or maybe flip the script. All right, this blender brush is gonna, and then I'm just gonna, oh yeah, that's kind of gonna make it nice. All right, you kind of have to be here. It's one of those things, but this is looking good. Making it all come together. Kind of very soft and subtle. You know what? I'm not even going to worry about that. All right, now, right back to work. I'm going to take some phthalo blue, put it in there. I'm going to take some alizarin crimson, more crimson than blue. My goal is to make a purple. But I'm going to make a purple. I'm going to make 2 layers of mountains. Like I said before, not mountains like Bob makes, but mountains like I've seen in New England, in New Hampshire, and Maine, Wicked, and Vermont, you know? All right, we got a nice little purple color. Right in with the fan brush. I'm digging this. A lot of paint. More paint than I have. You can also do a little mixing. Multipassing, man. Squeezing that palette. And now, I'm going to just do first layer. Just going to pull down. Flip the brush over. We're just pulling down. See? More paint. We're just worrying about the top. Alright, these are going to be real light. A little bit more. Kind of like rolling hills, you know? It looks like there might be a lot of trees. Alright. Now, you want to kind of pull down a little more. And then mystify it. Mystify it. You'll thank me later. And then just gonna, I got a little bit too jiggy with it. That's the beauty of these oils. They're very forgiving. And plus sometimes, when it's all said and done, all that stuff looks good. Looks like little freaks. Little freaky things. All right, now, back into this mountain color, but I'm going to add black. Make it darker. See that? Dark. I got brushes everywhere. Back into my fan brush. A lot of paint. A lot of paint. A lot of paint. And then let's go next layer. Maybe not so dramatic. You kind of, the elevation goes down, but you don't want to kill that mystified area. You know what I mean? A little darker. A little bit more black. A little bit more black. A little bit more black. You can do this various different ways. I'm just trying to do something new. All right. Now, we'll put that aside and tap it. Some more tapping to mist it. Just the corner of the brush. Try not to hit the top. And then that don't look too bad. Why not? All right, now we have to clean this. I'm going to use this again. All right, clean that off. Clean that off. All right, we're gonna go back into this knife. Whoops. Because I want to make like I want to take the rest of this crimson. See, and a little bit of blue. And I want some yellow. Maybe a little bit more red. I'm trying to make like an orangey brown color. And you'll see why in a minute. All right, that's actually pretty damn good. Darn good, excuse me. All right, now, go right in with the fan brush. Right in with the fan brush. And I bet you guys thought I couldn't know how to do this. But you know what I'm going to do. Lot of paint. Lot of paint. Lot of paint, dude. All right. Lot of paint. Little zigzag trees, man. You love these. I love them. We loved seeing these. And what does he always say? That one needs a friend. Hold on, I need to darken this up a little bit. Seeing too much of that mountain through them. You gotta be stronger than that. Some zigzag trees. Should have made more color. Maybe we'll make it a little bit darker. It's not a bad idea. We're gonna change the whole design, people. We're gonna take some black, some brown. We're gonna change the whole design because we can do that. We can do that. And this is gonna be nice. Watch. It's gonna be nice and darker. All right. Let's give them a friend. Right here. These are kind of crooked, but I don't even care, man. There we go. Don't be afraid to push, but you don't want to slide. All right. And let's do one. Probably not going to see most of this, but I just want to darken this up because this doesn't look like, yeah, there we go. That's a lot better. Not my specialty, but you get the idea. And maybe let's do one more, just for practice. This one might be a little sorry, you know. Let's just put a little bit of, while we got the paint on the brush, a little bit of that. All right, let's clean that brush. And then we're gonna go to do my favorite. We're gonna do some round brush action, right into it. I'm gonna go into this brown. I'm gonna go into this black. A little bit of this blue. Just a good old-fashioned dark color. And then we're going to set another layer. Now I'm just hopping over here because I know. Or black. Or blue. Because the blue's gone. We're done with the blue. Because you know how we do it here. We use all, oh yeah, that's a lot better. You know how we do it here. You know how we do it here. And then we're going to just have some water. And then I'm going to do a little path. And I think you know where the path is. All right. All right. All right. All right. Now, this is the water down here. We got to add a little bit more color because we didn't really do that much because I didn't really know. This is more about, these paintings are more about the cutout and just having fun and practicing. But there you go. There's your water. Now, before we get going, take this brown into this dark, making a dark brown, and coming right in here. Back into the brown. Maybe steal some of that color. That's the beauty of this. If you ever need any more color, you can always steal it. A little bit more brown. Just want to, and then I'm going to be done with this. There we go. Try to go. Well, do whatever you want. All right. Butaceous. Now we're going to do some highlights. I'm going to start with the yellow, and I'm going to go with some white and yellow. Remember, we need a lot of paint for this. And tap the bristles. This is important too, tapping the bristles, because it loads it perfectly. And then the yellow, I like the, oh man, see, yeah, dude, this, I'm going to have the least bit of paint thinner. Least bit of paint thinner when you get into a jam. It'll be your best friend. I'm going to work these yellows pretty good. And then you really don't need to go back in it either. Work the yellows. And you know how we do it until I'm yellowed out. And then I'll switch when I run out of paint. I'm going to get some yellow over here. Some yellow up here. One more yellow. And some yellow up here. All right, now I'm going to go into the Indian yellow and make a new melody, a new tone, a new shade. Something we've never seen before. I've seen it before, but maybe you haven't. Look, a little glob of paint came up. I'm going to leave that because that might look cool when it dries. You'll see it later. Just, you know, we're doing the same thing. And like I said, this is more about the cutout. Don't want any of this. Maybe get a little, I don't want these to, yeah, see how I could put a bush right there and push those a little bit back. All right, now greens. See, you forgot I had green. And green's got to be the majority, so we got to be thorough and precise. I don't want to run out of paint, and I certainly don't want to have to reload. So we're just going to hit this random, and remember, when you're doing this, you just want to keep some dark spots. And then see how those, now those, it just looks like you know, it just looks like a little green over here. And then maybe a little bit more covering up this path. Okay. And then maybe a little bit more down here. By the water. All right, now I'm gonna go into the other. I'm just gonna go into the red because I didn't want this to get contaminated. I'm gonna add the littlest bit of white and maybe the teensiest bit. I mean, I'm talking tiniest bit of paint thinner. Go back into the white and just add a little. Yeah, see that? That's what this painting was missing. Little pink flare. And the more random and sporadic I am with this, the better it will look and stand out. And this little half round can do some really cool stuff. It's very precise. And also remember, don't get too carried away. Yeah, a little up in here. We don't want, this is just, sometimes it goes a little bit, it's going too well. And you don't want to stop, but we have to, because, and this red, man, you could fill in any parts where you don't like, and it really looks cool. All right, I'm gonna put that down. It's getting a bit messy over here. All right, now, there's a couple things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna liquid white in some ripples. We're also going to just put some highlights with the liquid white. I should probably put this on my palette, but I don't feel like holding it anymore on this little path. There we go. There we go. Just kind of detailing up the path in some way. I don't know. Comment down below if you think it looked better before. And we're just going to do some sticks. Some tree trunks. And voila. Ready? Ta-da! I wish I had some theme music. Scoot-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Scoot. Joe Rogan, say what's up.